episode of Doing Stuff with Hopper. We got training night at the fire station, Grand Fire Protection District number 1. Tonight we're doing a live burn, evolutions in the burn tower, live fire inside, and working on some pump stuff in 313. Yesterday actually, we were out at the fire station for training night, Tuesday night. We're doing a live fire. I'm trying to show you a little bit of what I do when I'm not just doing stuff. There's several things that I do that I guess are value added, like firefighting. That helps the community, brings me a sense of pride. Also, I have to pay bills somehow, so I work here at Granby Sanitation District. We're a sewer treatment facility, and it's springtime, and one of the things we do is we compost our biosolids. So, what are biosolids? Well, the wastewater treatment process is carried out by biology, bacteria, single-celled organisms, different little critters, creepy crawlies, things of that nature, that we keep in our big aeration basins. We feed them with oxygen and raw sewage, which is their food, a carbon source, and they're happy. So they work for us, we keep them happy. You know, they remove things like ammonia, phosphorus, organic loading, things of that nature. One of the problems though is, since it is living biology, then you have a population that continues to grow, and you have to get rid of them. So we waste a set amount of pounds of solids out of our process every day, and those solids then, that mixed liquor is what it's called, then gets wasted into the digesters, and a process called endogenous respiration happens. Basically, they still have air, they still have a nice place to live, but they have no more food. So endogenous respiration, in so many words, is basically Bob eats Ted. They start attacking each other, cell walls get broken down, things of that nature. From there, it goes upstairs into the belt filter press, where we mix the digester sludge with, mix it with polymer, and the polymer reacts to, it causes a reaction between the solids and the water, and causes the solids to become hydrophobic. And from there, we then run it through the dewatering press, which squishes it all out, and then we bring it over here, run it through the trommel screen, and because it's what we do is well, I'll back up. We mix that dewatered digester sludge with wood chips. You can see our wood chips here. Mix it with wood chips in a big mixer cart, and then we compost it in our composting vessels, and it goes from being digester sludge to a Class A biosolids. See, there's our big old composting vessels. From there, after it's composted, we store it on site until it's ready to be screened, and then we run it through the trommel screen, which separates the wood chips from the biosolids, which have been composted. And what you're left with is this nice soil amendment. You can use it for whatever you need, you know. Got a mix of composted biosolids and wood chips. So you got carbon source in there, you got some nutrients for the ground, some moisture retaining properties. Alright, now we're gonna get ready to fire up the trommel, the belt, trommel, all that good jazz. First time the screen comes on in 2021. You ready? Woohoo! Or what? Heck yeah. So now you know where Grand Grow comes from. And then this beautiful material. You can save the world one handful at a time. My lens is dirty. That's annoying and obnoxious. Grow, little plants, grow! Yes, and that's how you do it. Who needs herbicides and pesticides and nitrogen and all that jazz when you got Grand Grow? Alright, now the belt filter press is running. You can see it in action. Remember I told you earlier how it comes out of the digester, gets pumped upstairs, and into the belt filter press. So it comes in this pipe, the rotating drum inside of here. It drops down inside here onto this belt. This is a continuous belt. You can see, and let me get my flashlight out. See a little better. Oh yeah, look at that. And then it goes between this big belt and the drum behind it, smushes all the water out. That water that runs out is called filtrate, goes back to the head of the process, head of the plant, and then that cake, the digester cake then drops off the end of the belt into the conveyor belt. From the conveyor belt, goes into the mixer cart. It's full of wood chips, and it's basically a big feed mixer cart. You know, big tines that mix it all up with wood chips nice and even. Here's our polymer makedown unit, polymer pump. This is pulling the polymer out of the 55-gallon drum. Goes into this makedown unit here, mixes with water at a pre-prescribed dose, and from there it gets injected into the stuff coming out of the digester. So anyway, there you have it for today. That's Biosolids handling, solids handling process here at Granby Sanitation District. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed watching how this works. I love this. Unfortunately, now my job entails a lot of office work and phone calls, and I don't get to do lots of operations. I miss operations. I don't really like my computer and my phone because it's kind of boring, and I end up having to yell at people and people yell at me, and it's just kind of a big deal. So I miss operations. I love it when my guys let me get out in the field and make a mess of things because I forgot how everything works. Anyway, hope you learned something. Subscribe, like, and I will see you around like a donut.